Bienvenidos and welcome back to another audio blog from Mas Forza website. I am Ruben Guerrero, your host, and today we're covering a story dated back from December 15, 2020. A mother from El Salvador and her two daughters chasing an elusive American dream with a little taste of home. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for listening. A Taste of Home, written by Ruben Guerrero. When you mention El Salvador, what are your first thoughts that come to mind? Is it the Playa del Tunco or the Ruinas de San Andres? Possibly the Catedral Metropolitana de San Salvador? I would not be mad at any of those choices, but for a hungry man, the first thought is pupusas. The pupusa is a traditional Salvadorian dish made of a thick, handmade corn tortilla using a masa de maíz filled with queso, pork meat that is all mixed that creates a small taste of home. Since I'm not a chef or a food critic, I'll hold off from going into great detail about how to prepare it, but some will call it magic. The traditional dish of El Salvador fed families for generations here in the US as well as back in El Salvador. The story doesn't end there. The traditional dish is the beginning of this small family-owned and operated business. Constructing a successful business is not easy as it sounds. Building a business, brand, and being the artist of great food is considered impossible to most. The entrepreneurship spirit led these ladies to creating America's Pupusas. We have the mom, Gladys America Plascencia, and then we have the oldest daughter, Julissa Contreras, and the youngest sister, Jessica Portillo. Cooking great food was something they did without putting any real thought into it. Cooking for their own family was something they did and enjoyed. Food magic is what I call it. It is something that is passed along for generations. I could easily say that it's part of their DNA. Making delicious food began decades before the fruition of America's Pupusas. The story for this family began something like 40 years ago in El Salvador. For a parent, the goal is to put our kids in a position for success. Sometimes that means you have to change your surroundings to achieve that desired success. That's what a young mother did at 19 years of age. Gladys made a trip from El Salvador to the United States alone with her 3-year-old daughter, Julissa. Julissa's dad was already in the United States putting together a home for them. The young mother and daughter made the trip alone. Let's put this into perspective. We are talking about over 2,800 miles, over 54 hours by car, 5 hours by plane, and I'm sure flying was not an option. Bravery in all its splendor. This is the road that needed to be traveled. This is where the family needed to be. Hearing about their family's stories, I asked Julissa what planted the seed, what inspired them. She said, I have overheard my mom talk about opening a restaurant. That is something that stuck with Julissa at an early age. Julissa continued, the first time my mom made pupusas, we were for a family party for one of my boys. Everyone loved the pupusas. After that, the trio started doing fundraisers for their sports teams. All the feedback they got about the food is what got Julissa thinking about starting a catering business with the pupusas. The recipe provided by their mom was all the inspiration they needed. That is how they came up with the name America's Pupusas, named after their mother, Gladys America Plascencia. Once they decided on that direction of what they wanted, everything started to fall into place. Since COVID hit Southern California in early March 2020, it halted small businesses in their tracks. Some struggled, and some are closing their doors for good. I asked Julissa, what is the future for America's Pupusas? We will be introducing many other delicious dishes soon, but one of their main goals is a little truck or a food truck for us to work out of. Julissa added, customer experience is everything to us. I want the customer to have the best experience with us, not only with our food, but with our service. We love to have a good time. We want everyone to remember a fun time when they come to see us. We do our best when catering private parties. I asked Julissa how it feels about bringing their culture here to their community. It feels pretty good to add a piece of our culture to SoCal. We want to put our little country on the map with the positive experiences. We also want everyone to have the opportunity to taste all the incredible flavors that we have. Our ultimate goal is to help anyone in need. Our community is our heart. This is where it all got started for us. America's Pupusas appreciates all the continued support. Their customer support allows America Pupusas to work with nonprofit organizations such as Safe Passage Hills and Al Otro Lado. They also help to support schools and sports activities for children. Helping others is the future. Julissa added, "We have met many amazing people through our business. This proves that we are better together." America Pupusas uses that hashtag Better Together in all their posts. It shows support to all small businesses and helps create unity. America's Pupusas is what we look for here at Mas Fuerza. It is about all of us making each other stronger. America's Pupusas is an inspiration to all of us. A true started from the bottom and now we're here story. I am excited about their future. America's Pupusas is available to cater business, luncheons, fundraisers, corporate events, and festivals. You can find them at all social media outlets at America's Pupusas. Wow, what an amazing story. What an inspirational story. I've known Julissa and her husband Claudio for, I would say, a good 30 years, maybe more. I knew them before they got married and had their 2 boys, and their boys are grown men now. It's been quite some time, I've known them, but I never knew the backstory. I don't think I've ever asked, but I asked now, and finding out some of the stuff that they've been through, as in coming to this country, building something from nothing, building their business off an idea, and becoming successful, providing for themselves, providing for the community, and dealing with nonprofit organizations and providing for other people. That's a hell of a story. That's the American dream right there. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just floored by, the story of Julissa and her mother, Gladys, and her sister, Jessica, and the support of her husband, Claudio, and their kids and family. And, I've been to some of their family parties, and I tell you one thing, if you want to feel like you belong to a family, that's what they make you feel like and take care of you. And that love and support, they're putting it out there in the community. Man, that's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's good to feel and know that there's people out there that are still like that, still people out there like that. It's the American dream. So, man, hats off to you guys. Standing ovation for your family. Great. That's great stuff. Stay tuned for our next Audible blog. The next story is blog post is Jamie Hernandez, executive from FIVO. I originally wrote the story on January 1st, so we're slowly catching up. So I should be releasing these at least once a week when I have time. So usually Wednesday or Thursday would be the days to kind of keep an eye out for that. And when you get a chance, hit that 5-star, on your podcast, whatever podcast outlet you're using, it'd be great. And leave a review. I'd love to read your reviews. I'm looking to improve this channel. Again, I'm just starting off trying to do my best, and any little, whatever you want to write, trust me, I'll put it to good use. So thanks for listening. I appreciate y'all. Gracias. Más fuerza.